I know it.
Welcome to yet another patch. I just came out with a video yesterday, and I can't believe I'm doing this again because we had to basically start all over. It's almost as if we had our own cycle, as we're part of the Returnal cycle. But unfortunately for some of you guys out there, you guys lost your progress. So let me just run y'all through this real quick. So what I did this update. This is 1.34 or 1.34, however you want to put it. Tested it. I got all my stuff because I already know I got it because of the Ether, because that's the only thing that you can basically keep in this game outside of your permanent gadgets for the equipment. So I got everything and I'm back here again. So let me step to this door real quick to make sure I don't have to fight Hyperion again. So I'm in a different cycle as from yesterday, so that's how you guys can tell the difference. And I'll have the video going towards the end of me running around just for a few minutes, but testing it. Now, for me, I only played for a couple minutes and just talked about the patch notes and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna also do the same thing for this one, so it's gonna be a little bit different. So I know I got all my data, and it saved my progress from killing the boss from Hyperion, who is the first source of the song that you run into here in the Echoing Ruins. But we're not gonna fight anybody yet. Let's close the door. So Fresher Waste is the next area that I'm going to be headed towards. But let's run through these patch notes real quick, and then I'll run around for a minute or so to see how it runs. But I went ahead to download the update, and then I loaded my game. It wasn't from my cloud save because I took the precaution of that. Once I heard them come out with the issue, immediately just save my data from the cloud servers. But the only way to do that, you need to be a PlayStation Plus member. You need to have PlayStation Plus to utilize that feature. So if you don't have PlayStation Plus, you won't be able to upload your save data and back it up on the cloud save or cloud storage just in case. So once I did this newest update, I tested out to make sure I had my base game data, which I did, luckily. And then once I closed it out, I re-updated or re-uploaded my save data to the cloud from this newest version of the update. So that's all I really did. So now I'm back here again to boot it up a second time to make sure everything retained. So now I'm going to try fighting some enemies for this particular video to see how it runs. And hopefully it's not going to do the same thing. And something else before I get into these patch notes, I am not turning on the automatic updates for the PlayStation 5 for this game until I finish this game. So there's no telling, this could happen again when it comes to upcoming patches or updates or whatever changes they choose to make in this game. I am not going to turn on automatic updates until I'm done with this game, because this is the first time that I've seen this game do such a thing when it comes to taking away someone's progress. And I feel so bad for so many people out there who's probably close to finishing the game, who put so many hours in comparison to what I've done into this game. I'm just now getting to Act 2. And I was able to play a little bit earlier yesterday morning or Wednesday morning, to be exact, before they came out, hours prior to the patch that they messed up. So I hope going forward that these developers will be able to test these updates to make sure they run properly, so that way people can be able to keep their save data. But at this point, I don't know if it will be that. Maybe it'll probably be a good idea now that this first update that they came out with is saving away people's save data. Maybe it's a good idea to slide in that that little save and load sort of feature, you know. So we don't know if we're gonna ever get that, but it'll benefit people's data, so things like that won't happen. Technical issues and stuff like that won't happen. But they definitely need to test these updates before coming out with these patches now. But that's all I have to say about it, and that's everything I basically went through to try out this update today. So we're gonna get ready to run into some fights outside in just a few minutes. But let's run through these patch notes now with the precautions, and I'm gonna do the same thing as yesterday. Is link you guys to the newest patch notes for 1.34 for today's update. But I'm not playing this game later on today, so I'll be playing a different game. Resident Evil is coming out as well later on. So I just wanted to make sure everything is running properly before I try to continue this game and make sure everything was saved properly. But if you lost your data, make sure you check that cloud data, your cloud storage, if you have it on there, and upload it back onto the console storage from there, and you should be able to continue. But it's so sad to see people lose their save progress and all the hard work that they put into this game, especially you guys are trying to go out there and get that platinum. You just basically have to do it all over again. And not to mention those trophies that's missing, you're gonna basically have to do the same task all over again so you can re-unlock those. Well, you can actually unlock those trophies. So if it's a boss that you, or certain task that you didn't get, you're gonna have to get those trophies all over again, or basically replay it because you can't select a file save in this. The run that you have, you're basically stuck with. So let's read what they had to say. So this patch is now live, and it says this patch reverts to all the previous stable build, also addressing a no trophy issue and fixing a keyboard exploit. So who knows what that is? A keyboard exploit. Please stay tuned for patch 135 in the near future. With this patch, all save games are safe to be played now. For those who suffer issues with their save game after installing patch 133 from yesterday, please see the scenarios below for the latest info after our investigations. So let's read these, just a couple bullets. So here's the first one. Some game saves will have become corrupted from the patch yesterday, but maintain their file size. Players with those save games are able to safely continue their progress after installing this new update, without the need for using a backed up save game. So here's the next one. Unfortunately, other save games will have been effectively deleted by patch 133 with their file size reducing to 0 KB. These save games are not directly salvageable by this new update without a backup save game available. In those cases, please try using a backed up save from PlayStation Plus. They talk about the PlayStation Plus cloud servers I just explained, if available. After installing this update with an attached save game from PlayStation Plus Cloud, players can safely restore and continue playing with this new patch installed. And here's the last one. Depending on the console settings, the cloud save may have been overwritten by the deleted save game noted above. If this is the case, progress will remain unsalvageable even with this new update. You see what I'm getting at? With all these problems from just that patch. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what's happening to some of you guys. This data. I'm using the base data. I'm not using my cloud service, my PlayStation Plus cloud storage data, because I didn't have any issues. I didn't really play it for that long. Only played it for about a few minutes and closed it. And then once I heard them come out with the issue with the patch that they had to revert. Apparently, I ended up going to the PlayStation Plus cloud service to send my stuff there just in case I would lose it the next day. So I'm using my base save game. I don't know if it's gonna crash or whatever. But let's get in the fight. Yeah, wait till it come out of that. There's a fire monster. We're just testing it out. Yeah. But it seems to run smooth. But just like yesterday, I'm not gonna go too much further. See what goes on. So I don't know what goes on with everything else. I'm gonna see if I can find a particular item. Maybe something I know. Cause this is crazy. Look at all this. It's the car ride. Let's run a little test. It's so sad. It's just that, again, this is Act 2. Just a little bit past Act 2, but just when you come out with updates, you're gonna make sure they work. At least in this day and age. What's up? Oh, he hit me. There's another enemy over here. Or is he down below? Or maybe he's above me. Oh, there he is. Okay. Well, I just wanted to test it and see how it goes. But if it trips out, I got the cloud storage just in case. But something that I want to mention before I close this video out for this update. Guess what I'm going to do? Every time I play and I kill a boss, I'm going to upload my save data to the PlayStation Plus cloud storage for this game exclusively. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. It doesn't matter if it's not an update, if I'm completing progress and making progress, I'm going to take the precaution of uploading the save data to the PlayStation cloud storage. Every time that I play this and you make some progress, I would advise doing that. It doesn't matter. Oh, it's safe to play now. I would just definitely just take that extra precaution so that way your stuff can stay safe. And then reading forward for the upcoming updates, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to continue to leave automatic updates off until this game is over and done with for this playthrough. But again, I feel sorry for those who went through all this and probably have invested several hours, hundreds, if not, nearly almost 30 hours into this game. But I'm not that far in. I don't even know how long the game is. I've just been taking my time exploring, picking up items, and stuff like that, and just enjoying it. But I play other games. I'm not leaving my system on and putting my stuff in rest mode. There's a lot of great games coming out and games to play now. But that concludes this update. We'll just have to see what happens and what they do going forward.